My name is Brandon Faulkner. I'm an intern for Village Core. For other events like this, be sure to check out villagecore.org or check out our YouTube channel in case you miss any of these meetings. Today, we'll be discussing New York Times games. So, as of right now, the New York Times has a list of games that they have released to the public, such as ones that you might know like Wordle and other ones. Wordle, essentially what we're looking at now, is a game where you try to figure out the word of the day. Every single day, depending on what time you play, a new word will reset. And that word is a word that could be anything in the English language that is up to 5 letters. So it could be, let's say I'm trying to figure out a wordle for today, which I haven't done the wordle yet, but I need to. And as of right now, I can play the December 20th, 2023 wordle. So I can go here, I can hit play. And the way that this works is essentially I go through and I start doing the wordle to the best of my ability. So the way this works is I just type out any 5 letter word. So let's say I want to use the word, let's say I want to use the word shark for today's Wordle. And as you can see here, I have 2 letters that are green and then the rest are gray. So you progress through the game, you have multiple attempts to try to figure out what the word of the day is. And if you mess up, then you just refresh on the next day and you start again. Wordle does tell you the word of the day at the end when you do either get it or if you do fail. And it's just a really fun and easy way to kind of train your brain to think of possible words in the English language that might be out there and that you might think of that come immediately to mind. Um, so as of right now, if I were to complete the Wordle, I would say, okay, I have an S and an A, and I don't have any other letters present that are accepted. So let's try the word small. And there we go. I got the Wordle. I got the Wordle because I already knew what the Wordle would be today, and I just wanted to show you guys how Wordle works. But as you can see here, I have my statistics. I have played 7 games. I have 43% win rate. My current streak is 1, and my max streak is 1. As we can see here, my guess distribution, which essentially means how many times that you've guessed, has been a maximum of, or has been at the highest level of two games I've won based off of 2 guesses. So the more that you play, the more that you go through, the more that you learn, the more words that Wordle will give you, um, and um, and the more you can progress. Now, the second game that is associated with the New York Times is B as spelling bee. So spelling bee is another version of a New York Times game that they have out for people to play. So here is guessing 7 letters, but it's dependent on how complicated the word is. So as we can see right here, I'm at level 0. The more that you progress in words and the more words that you get using the honeycomb here, the more you progress in rank. So as you can see here, there's beginner, there's good start, moving up, good, and then all the way up to genius, dependent on the words you know. The way this works, though, is that you have to use the letter in the middle. So the letter in the middle will dictate the word that you create. So if I wanted to create a word, let's say I wanted to create the word, let's refresh this. Let's try to get a different organization of words. So let's say I wanted to do the word, trying to think right now. Um, let's say I want to do beak. Now, seeing as I got the word beak, I have found one word out of all the words possible, and then you'll just progress through and go through the amounts of words that there are. So I could do, let's say I make up a completely random word like leab. Of course, leab isn't a word, so it won't count the word today. But like I said, the more you progress, the higher you go. You can also play yesterday's puzzle, which allows you to go back in time and essentially replay all these games over and over and over again. But the thing about it is you do kind of have to subscribe to the New York Times in order to get the games. So the New York Times does produce all these games. They produce the games such as the mini crossword or the crossword, the spelling bee. They also have connections, letterboxed, tiles, vertex, and Sudoku. Um, there are also other games that you can play, like down here, you can play other crosswords. So let's say I wanted to play connections. Connections is essentially matching up different types of words to different things. So let's say I wanted to do, let's say, Dinky, Itchy, Jerry, and I think it was Minute. As you can see, I got it wrong, which essentially takes a guess away. So just like Wordle, if you were to get all these incorrect, you would have to try again the next day. Or if you sign up for the membership to get all the games, you would be able to replay as many times as you'd like to challenge your brain and to kind of think of things that kind of think of different words for the day. So as you can see here, we have ring, dial, call, and let's say the next one's index. As you can see here, I got that one wrong. I don't exactly know what this would be, but as you can see, buzz, maybe. Yep. So as you see here, I got a connection. And essentially, I now move on to the next level and I progress in my guesses. And then if I get it wrong, then I have to replay, or I have to wait till the next day. All these basically refresh the following day, depending on what time you play at. So if let's say since I'm playing at 4:46 right now, tomorrow at 4:46, I will be able to play all these games again. There are also other games like the mini crossword puzzles. So if you're into kind of crossword puzzles, this is the way to do it using Wordle. I mean, sorry, not using Wordle, using New York Times games. So it gives you kind of like let's say Times 2023 Person of the Year. So let's say that was uh so I'd go through, I'd complete the crossword puzzle, and then I'd move on to the next one, just like a regular crossword puzzle. It's just that it's either on your phone, which you can play these games on your phone using the different apps, um, or using the browser on your phone for the New York Times, or you can play them on your computer as I am right now. It's better on the computer because there's a lot more space and you're able to see it a lot better. Um, but these games kind of give you a way to think about, the different types of things that might be out there in the world and kind of making you remain in the know of different events that might be happening around the world so that you can go through and you can breeze through these games to the best of your ability. The New York Times mini crossword puzzle is also timed, so you can complete a little challenge for yourself. Every single day that you play this game, might think to yourself, okay, I got the mini crossword puzzle in 25 minutes yesterday. Now, I want to get the mini crossword puzzle down to 15 minutes. And you can work to progress to get better over time and then accomplish this goal. And then you can once more break it down and break it down and break it down. So let's say since I don't really know many of these, let's say the word was kid, which it might not be kid, but we'll find out later on. Um, so the way this works is just like Wordle, just like connections. If you get it right, then it'll be like this. It'll let you play it. If you get it wrong, it'll let you know if you got it wrong. And then over time, taught. There you go. So you can reveal the word, and over time you will get them all, and then the board will be completely done, and then you can play again, or you can go back, play those other mini games that I've mentioned with the New York Times games. So as you can see here, there are tons of games such as the Spelling Bee, Wordle, Connections. There are also other games that I haven't personally played. Um, these are games that I haven't seen yet, and now I'm taking a look at them because I didn't realize that the New York Times had more games. But also with the games, if you do want to get all of them free, like free access to them, and be able to play them as many times as you want, you'd simply sign up for the New York Times. So not only are you signing up to get news from the New York Times, you're also signing up to get games from the New York Times. So when signing up, you will receive both news, videos, different articles in their archive that you can go back to and read, and you'll also receive the game subscription to allow you to go back and play. So as of right now, since I'm first time signing up, I have this option of $1 a week. Typically, it's $6.25 a week, but since I'm signing up for the first time, it's $1 a week. And then it'll be billed as $4 every 4 weeks for the first 6 months. So I can subscribe now. I can choose my plan. I can choose exactly what I want. I can create my account, and then I can get access to all the games, all the news that are associated with the New York Times. So as you can see here, there's a ton in the news about different current events that are going on. You can learn about things that are both national and international. And then you can get world news, business news, art news, lifestyle news, opinion news. You can also get things like podcasts, where they'll also give you a rundown of the news, just as a quick little segment. There's also games, like I mentioned, like I've been showing you. Um, there's also cooking, there's Wirecutter, and then there's the Atlantic. So with the subscription, you can get all these different things that the New York Times offers. There's also communities that are built around these games. So there's the Wordle review, which essentially allows you to review the Wordle that was played as of yesterday or as of today. Um, and you can review everything that is happening with the games and everything associated with them and how fast people are doing the games. So once again, like I said, you can make it a little challenge amongst your friends, family, or coworkers around you. Since a lot of people like to play these games, either at school, at work, at home. It's just really something to bond over. Like recently, while I was scrolling TikTok, I saw a video of this couple who love to play Wordle every single day with each other. They map out and they have a notebook full of used words that they've used in the past. They recycle it, and they go through and they find out the Wordle every single day together, and they jot down the notes that they used, they jot down the letters that they used, the words that they used, and it's like a bonding experience for them to go through and play Wordle every single day together. So these games are both helpful to play with family and friends, or you can just play them alone to kind of make sure your brain is being trained and that you are keeping up to date with all your complicated words that you might be going through. So there's also things like tiles. So I don't exactly know how to play this, but I can go through, I can select different tiles that might match. So I don't know why. Okay, yeah. So I can go through, I can select the tiles that match, like these match. So I'm getting a current combo because all these um all these tiles match, and I'm going through and I'm just kind of trying to figure out what matches, what doesn't, um and then making sure that I'm winning basically. It's just mind games. It's just mind games basically. It's just training your brain to go through these actions to get all these different kinds of games down pat, and then you can also go back and play them like I've mentioned before. Um, So there's other games like this game as of right here. I don't exactly know what this is, but you can find out later if you do decide to sign up for the New York Times games, or if you just want to try it out for yourself. So all these games are free. You only get one attempt. If you do sign up for the subscription with the New York Times, you get them all as unlimited attempts. And the only game that you cannot play for free is the New York Times crossword puzzle, which is the bigger version of the mini crossword puzzle that has a lot more words associated with it. And at the same time, that refreshes every day as well for you to kind of enjoy and kind of test your brain to see what you can find and what you can't find. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to offer. So once again, my name is Brandon Faulkner. I'm an intern for Village Core. For other events like this, be sure to check out villagecore.org or check out our YouTube channel where you can get up to date on all the videos that we have in case you miss any. Thank you so much for watching.